Shouts out to my people. Shouts out to my people, sending love, positivity, and good vibes to my people, man. I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm doing great. Today, I just wanted to catch up with you guys. The day it is July 9th. It's literally 9 more days until my birthday. My birthday's on the 18th. You know, I'm a Cancer. So, you know, I'm excited about that. But when you're turning 30, I'm turning 33, y'all. When you're turning 33, it's like, this is just more so a readjustment to focus. You know, we have the New Year's that comes. My birthday is in the summer. So I feel like, you know, from New Year's to my birthday, it's like a 5-6 grace month, 5 to 6 months of grace period of, you know, reflection of where we are, where we want to be, what we need to, you know, adjust, and what we need to lock in on and catch more momentum. So the past couple months, I haven't been posting on YouTube consistently like I need to. So, you know, you hear these gems from people, and I heard this gem from DDG, and he says, you know, if you really want to make it, the best platform is to go on TikTok and to constantly go live, build your audience, build your followers up, and then you're able to go to other platforms. Well, I started on YouTube, and I was doing reaction videos, Corey Holcomb and Charleston White, and, you know, eventually I was getting burnt out on the reaction videos because, one, you know, I do all my reactions off my phone. I'm not like a lot of these creators who make their content, you know, off their PC. So they're really in real time reacting to it. Well, to be truthfully honest, you know, I would have to screen record it. And then, you know, half the times you watch the content with your friends. So I was watching the same content 3 and 4. So by the time I actually reacted to the video, you know, it wasn't that genuine, you know, that just that organic feeling, that authentic feeling. And, you know, I was just, you know, doing it for the numbers and, okay, we gotta, you know, and that's good. That's always great, because I'm also, on the flip side of that, I'm kind of upset with myself that I still didn't, you know, keep my foot on the gas. But I saw this post and it made me come straight to you guys because, you know, so many things. I was getting burnt out on the reaction videos. I see that now that is all YouTube is right now, you know, and I cannot wait for the wave. I was just telling myself, like, I'm sick of seeing somebody react to somebody else's video of somebody else's video of the video of somebody. It's just like way too much. And I was doing it, and, you know, I even stepped out of it because, one, like I said before, I felt like I got burnt out on it because, you know, I was redundantly watching the same video so many times that it's like, oh, okay. I'm like, and then you see other people. So then, you know, by the time you get the information, you done heard so many different perspectives. And a lot of the times people are saying the same exact thing. So it's literally just you're just regurgitating the same information, and it's, you know, and it just gets overwhelming. So, you know, it's crazy because I'm a big analyst on YouTube. I study YouTube. I watch more YouTube than, you know, actual TV and stuff like that. So I'm constantly analyzing and seeing. I'm just like, man, this era of the YouTube that we're in is just like not. I'm not liking it, and I'm getting paid doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I saw this post. YouTube will only pay creators who use their real voice and produce original content. So this right here, the actual connection, not, you know, reacting off of somebody else's stuff. And some of these AI, they cutting out the AI. I feel like YouTube really wants to get back to connecting with the people. And this is the reason why it's bittersweet, because, you know, on my biggest page, that's what I was doing. It got to the point where, you know, it just became a reaction video page. And I made money, and, You know, it's profitable, it's cool. But now with this, I feel like the marathon continues. I feel like this is the Nipsey route, you know, for the creators who are like me, who you know aren't NPCs, that aren't trying to hop on a wave or a trend. We are the trend. You know, the people like me, we got to take the long route. You know, I'm working out and making you know, eventually we're going to do food tutorials and how to make certain foods and healthy foods and how to shop at grocery stores, all that. And I know it's almost like, you know, you've guys seen that content, but it's original, it's authentic, it's from me, you know, and that's what we need to get back to. Being original, not listening to somebody else's points and then, you know, throwing your 2 cents over somebody else, and then it just becomes the same topic and it's the same focus and it's the same content and everybody's talking about the same exact things. Like, I can't wait to get back into, and that's why I'm happy I took the route that I did. And I feel like when you are on God's, I'll say the higher power, or just maybe more so when you're on taking the right route for you, everything always falls into place. When you're hopping on trends and, you know, now everybody who does reaction videos or made a bunch of money off of AI, now they're freaking out right now. And I would too, you know what I'm saying? You can make a lot of money, and I'm not trying to see their downfall. You know, I want to see everybody win. It's just crazy to me that, you know, I feel like we're eventually going to get out of this NPC. Everybody trying, you know, hey, chat, today we're going to, you know, the mukbang and the attention era. Although it's cool, I feel like eventually we're going to get into this space of creators who are authentic, who don't have to sell you and not give, like, this is just who they are. They're just trying to live their best life, and they're trying to influence other people that want to take the route that they're taking to do just that. We're seeing all these celebrities from P. Diddy, Jay-Z, you know, the list goes on. And we're starting to realize, you know, we praise these people. We glorified these people. We put these people on a pedestal. And for what? For them to let us down. And, you know, nobody's perfect. We're all human. So we're going to make mistakes. But I feel like this is the route of the people. This is going to be the era of the authentic, the real, the people who, you know, are going to show you the day in life of their life. They're not going to have to be in the front of in front of the screen and, hey, pay me more, look at me. It's going to be more so this peace, calm, being able to live in prosperity. And I'm not trying to get too deep, but, you know, it's the truth. And yeah, I'm excited. I feel like this is the time for me to really buckle down on my TikTok and my YouTube channel that doesn't have a lot of followers. And for the reaction video page, you know, we're gonna have to alter something and think of something, but we ain't gonna stop. You know, with the reaction video page, we might have to start going to these grocery stores. You know, start going outside and talking to these, you know, the homeless people, and just, you know, really making a connection outside instead of reacting to what everybody else is reacting to. So yeah, I'm still figuring out. I feel like the Fire Diamond page, that's going to be more so self-development, you know, working out, thinking better, living better, manifesting, attracting. And then the reaction video page, I think a group of me and my buddies will probably start figuring out how to go out. We'll probably get into a podcast. We're going to still be doing stuff. So this is a bittersweet feeling. I done made about $1,500 off of YouTube. And that's the most money that throughout the whole time I've been on TikTok, I probably made more money off of TikTok, but just in a short span of running it up, YouTube reaction videos, it's bittersweet for me. It's good because I see the vision and I'm seeing how all these people just can't hop on the trend and everything, what I'm saying? It gets diluted. It gets repetitious. It gets boring. And I want to come out of that, and I'm glad YouTube is coming out of that, even though, like I said, I was benefiting from it. So, this isn't somebody who's just going to be like, yay, like at the same time, I was telling myself, I got to get back in my reacting because like this is the wave and people are making money. But then you're just starting to see that, it's not for the money. It's really about the impact. And I think that YouTube sees that. I see that. So, I'm not going to rant too much. I just wanted to lock in with you guys, give you guys a video to show you guys, we ain't stopping nothing. My recovery from my ankle, I'm back in the gym. We about like 185, working out, not in the best of shape, but we getting there. We doing our thing. So, just really lock in on that. And instead of, chasing the money, it's more so, really lock in on that connection, lock in on the potential, and lock in on, what matters the most is the impact, is inspiration, motivating others to be the best version of themselves. So I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. And from now on, we about to start, I'm going to sit down tonight and I'm going to think about, how I'm going to set all this stuff up. But, it may be a fork in the road, but we ain't stopping. We're only going to get better. So I love y'all. I see y'all. Peace.